Hi everyone, and welcome to the Daily Star's fourth week of the Love Island Facebook Lives with the lovely Anna Vakili.
Hi!
Lovely to have you with us again. There's so much to talk about this week. I just don't even know where to start, to be honest. So we've had dumping twists, couple chaos, the lot. What are your thoughts after this week?
Oh my God, I mean, it's definitely picking up the drama, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
it's been interesting.
It's really, they've ramped it up big time. I think we're going to have to address the whole Brad situation from last night. Poor Brad. I feel so sorry for him. My heart went out for him. It really did. Should she have gone with him?
No!
No
way! Of course not. I'm sorry, no. At the end of the day, yes, I know it's no one wants to say it, but Love Island is not. It is to find love, but so many people go on there as well because it opens up so many opportunities. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, she's known the guy for a week, firstly. So if we want to talk about love, you never know. Her future husband could be walking in and you just don't even know it. And secondly, the opportunities that she can gain even by staying there for another week. Like, why would you not? Do you see what I mean? I just don't get it. Over a guy you met for 1 week.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Fans have been pretty divided because some are saying exactly what you are, but the others are saying what Faye did. So Faye obviously blew up, didn't she, last night? Piped up again, got involved. So do you think she was a bit OTT or was she like a bit...
If it was the other way around, would she have stayed? No. She would not. Would she have left? No, she would not have left. Like, I just don't believe it.
It's a shame though, because it was actually the nicest, the most sincere I've seen Brad come across. So it's like the best I've seen him, like in that sort of exit interview when he was sort of said like, oh, he's got to go. He's given Lucinda the chance for the opportunities. I felt like that's the nicest he's come across. So to feel bad for him, he's going back to Amble, isn't he? Just to get on with the day job, bless him. Do you think he actually said he's gonna maybe wait for Lucinda because he's really keen on her? Do you think he will?
When he comes out and gets all the attention he's gonna get.
What about Lucinda though? She said that she's not going to see anyone she fancies as much as Brad. Do you think her head will be turned or will she end up going home because she misses him?
I feel like being in there, having been in there, things change really quickly, and I think give it a few days she'll be talking to another guy.
Do you think? Oh, it'll be painful to watch for old Brad at home.
Yeah, I know. Oh, but have we not learned though in the past watching Love Island? They always say that. Oh, I'm not gonna like someone. Oh, it's gonna be so hard. And then in a few days, they're like cracking on with someone else.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see it, and I'm here for it. But we did see her in her hoodie last night, feeling all like sorry for herself. Like,
I know, but it's the first time.
She couldn't even look at him during the chat, and it didn't take her much convincing to stay either, did it? It was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
I think she was hoping he was going to say that.
He did the gentleman thing, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I don't think everyone was like, oh, he wouldn't have let you go. I think he would have been happy if she left with him, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm sure they'll be on both to bigger and better things anyway. They'll have their head turned whether it's on the outside or the inside.
Is there any point of us even watching it anymore now Brad's not in there?
Well, for you, I don't think so because he was your eye candy, weren't he?
Yeah.
Hopefully for you, they put in a Brad number 2 and maybe for Lucinda as well. We'll see. But did you hear Faye when she had a go at Lucinda? She was like, yeah, like Brad was like my best friend in here. And I was like,
right. So do you know what it is? It's like, they don't show so much of what goes on in there. Like we need to remember that they show literally like 5 minutes of each person's day. And there's like how many hours in a day. Sometimes they make you get up so early and like your days are longer than like 15 hours. So like, honestly, so much is happening in there. And I was thinking, oh my God, like, so, remember what Brad did to Faye in that challenge?
Yeah.
Chloe, do you remember? It feels like yesterday, right? To us. But now they seem to be like really good. And Faye's like, he was one of my closest. It seemed like they were really close.
That's so confusing because I was like, the last time I really saw them have any interaction was when they had the beef over the whole challenge per se, which was really weird.
That just goes to show how much of it we don't see and like you guys don't see when we're in there. So they've obviously had so much like time together as well as friends and grew like into a friendship where she actually sees him as like such a genuine, nice person.
Yeah, it's so great because Jake cried over him leaving as well and was like, this is my best boy mate in the house. I haven't seen them either.
No.
So weird. So weird. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
So, new girl. We've got Andrea Jane, I think her name is. We saw her waltz in the villa last night. What are your initial thoughts?
I think she's all right. I mean, another blonde. Another blonde? Really?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what is going on?
Yeah, they're not listening to anyone at home, are they?
Yeah, like, I don't get it. I think it's just ridiculous, really. Like, they need to put in some, like, different kinds of ethnicities in there, some brunettes in there. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
She has said to producers in a little press pack that I've read that she's keen on Teddy, thinks she'll like Teddy the most, and also thinks that she will get on with Faye the least. And obviously they're coupled up. So might be.
Faye is like drama, isn't she? So I feel like we're going to see a lot of drama.
Yeah.
I feel like since Teddy came in that first episode when he came in, we didn't see much of him yesterday, did we?
No, he's literally gone missing.
Yeah, he's gone missing. So we'll see.
What we did see yesterday is Chloe and Toby booting off.
Mm-hmm.
Toby obviously got very insecure about the public vote and started like pranging out that everyone hated them at home and has he made the right decision? Whereas Chloe did not give a hoot. Couldn't care less. And I think that's the one thing we can say about the girl. She's completely unapologetically herself. Should they be worried really what the public is saying?
Right. So I'm not Chloe's biggest fan anyway, so I don't really care for her. But I personally, being in that position, I get what Toby was saying and I get where he's coming from. I just think he put it out wrong. Do you know what I mean? I think he just worded it wrong when he was like, oh, we're messed with like down there with this. And the way he said it sounded like he was in it for a game. But,
yeah.
sounded like he was in it for a game, but like really, I don't know if you remember my season, but I had a breakdown as well at one point when I was in the bottom and I felt like me and Jordan were like one of the strongest, most compatible couples and I couldn't understand why I was in the bottom and why the public was putting me there. And I cried. I don't know if anyone remembers from my season, but I had exactly the same like situation and I was really upset. Because, you know, you're in there and you don't know what's going on the outside and you're just panicking is like, why do the public hate me so much that I'm in such a genuine couple and we're so compatible? Why are they not seeing that? Do they hate me that much? And you get a bit stressed out about that.
Yeah, especially with the question, like it was voted for most compatible, was it? So he's obviously confused that the friendship couples are going in ahead of him and thinking, what have I done? Like, do they hate me? Do they hate Chloe? Do they hate us?
Right, exactly. So I think it's understandable that he feels that way. Like, who wouldn't? Chloe probably feels that way as well. But I just think the way he worded it to her made her feel like he's playing a game. And that's
and it kind of sounded like he was maybe then going to like potentially take a step back from the pair as well.
Yeah.
With her, something that confuses me a lot is like she's got a few different sort of sides to her. We hear like very posh accent Chloe, where she's like putting it all on, and then we hear sort of like semi like stronger roadman accent coming out. Like she sort of like changes how she is and her persona a lot. Like I don't know if we've seen the real one or which one is the real one. I'm a bit confused by it, to be honest.
I don't get her. I'm not her biggest fan. She's probably my least favorite girl in there.
Yeah, but we did see, to be fair, we have seen a big change in Toby. So he couldn't really even touch Kaz, but now he's making like Chloe's initials out of melon. So
I really like Toby. I actually genuinely like Toby and I think he's a sweetheart and I'm happy that he's happy. I just don't really like her.
But he did, obviously, after this, pull Kaz for a chat and was like, maybe I've handled it wrong. Do you think
that was a bit cringe, I think.
Do you think he was testing the water to go back with Kaz, or was it just like sheer panic mode and like?
Yeah, I think it was panic mode, and I think he was just trying to be like fix whatever he thinks he's done that's messed things up. Whereas, like, I think that just comes across a bit fake now. You know what I mean? Pointless.
Well, next up, I'm going to talk about Millie and Liam, who had their secret saucy sort of hideaway sesh. They obviously have been getting on like a house on fire. But they found a secret drawer, which I've never seen before. Did you know the drawer was there? They pushed a button and a little drawer come out of the bed.
They change it around. I think mine was like on the right. They put some stuff there, like in a drawer or in the shelf. I don't remember, but they do. They just change it around.
I was like, boom, and it come out. I was like, okay, didn't see that. Loving it. What are your thoughts on them as a pair, really?
I still have not seen much more than just sexual chemistry between them. Still. Like, I'm hoping to see a bit more like chats, more like in genuine, I feel like, chemistry rather than just sexual.
Yeah, I think that's what Millie was a bit worried about as well. She was like, do you think we get on? Like, is there an age gap thing? Do you think it's more than whatever? He's just been a bit bland, isn't he?
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier Teddy. So we haven't spoken since he's actually gone in, and obviously he turned loads of heads, went on loads of dates. Starting off with Rachel, obviously, who's now gone home. She went in so keen bean. She went so thick. You don't have to pay for dates. You don't need to pull my chair out. Like, laying on such a performance, and then he still ended up picking Faye. Did you expect that to happen?
Yeah, I called it, because any girl that comes on, most of the time, if you come on that strong with a man, he's going to pull away.
Yeah.
Right? Men like a chase, men like a little bit of a mystery. And Faye was so smart about it. The next day, she didn't pull him for a chat, and she said, I'm not going to pull him for a chat. And then she was like, go do your thing. And then that just makes a guy want you more.
Yeah, no, her approach was definitely what I would have seen as well. Rachel, I think she just went in all guns blazing, just like in the last hope of being like safe, bless her, didn't she?
She was like, what's your sexual turn-ons?
I
just met the guy.
She can't say she didn't try, can we? So yeah, we said she picked Faye. Rachel went home. Do you think he would have chosen Kaz though if Aaron hadn't have sort of bagsied her first? Because Aaron chose first and coupled up with Kaz as a friendship. If Kaz was still standing there, do you think it would have been different?
No, I think out of all the dates, it was between Rachel and Faye anyway, from what I could see in terms of chemistry.
We were hoping Kaz was going to get her man, weren't we? But
yeah,
we'll still wait.
Producers need to put someone in there where she's their type, but they don't do that. Poor girl sitting there between 7 blondes.
Oh, come on, please.
I actually feel bad for her. Do you know what I mean? These things really can knock your confidence. And
I'm hoping.
The thing is, there's going to be so many millions of guys out there that would love up Kaz, and she's hot and beautiful. They'd love her up, but they're just not. They're picking the people that aren't into her.
Hopefully, when Casa Amor comes.
I know. I hope so. Because I feel bad for her. She deserves a lot better.
Yeah, Hugo's been in the same boat for him though, hasn't he? No one's gone for him either.
Yeah. What? That's true. But then at least, true. That's very true. But I think Hugo's got that typical, like, very too much of a nice boy thing going on.
Yeah.
Which I don't like. So, yeah, they need to put in someone that likes a really nice boy for Hugo. Bless
him. On about Faye and Teddy, though, we have seen that softer side of her come out. Obviously, she's very sort of like hardcore, to the point, direct, but we have seen the sort of sweeter side to her, especially when she's talking about Teddy and her feelings to the girls. Do you think this is going to continue with the pair?
I don't know. I can't see much between them happening yet. But then again, we haven't seen enough of them. I get what she's saying about opening up, and she was upset about like opening up gives them a chance to hurt you, especially in there when you get hurt. It feels 10 times worse and you feel very vulnerable and alone. So I get where she's coming from. I hope that it works out between them, because it'd be nice, like.
I hope so, but I'm not too convinced his head won't be turned if we get some new girls in there, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
And now Lucinda's freed up, and he was obviously made some digs against Brad, like, I'm coming for Lucinda.
Exactly.
But I wonder what was there. Especially, might be why Faye was so fiery about Lucinda not going. Was she then a bit protective over Lucinda being single, then Teddy maybe going for it?
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
That could be why, couldn't it?
You're right, yeah, good point. Oh my God. Yeah, smart, Carly.
I can't take all the credit. I have been reading like a lot of tweets as well. So
okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh my God, interesting.
Yeah, because obviously her reaction was so fierce and fiery. Maybe it would just thought, oh, my man's gonna go.
Oh my God, yeah.
But with Kaz and Teddy, obviously you said that you think you'd have still picked Faye anyway, but Kaz has completely backed off. Now, do you think it's just because she's such like a girl code follower, she's just doing it for a friend, or she just lost interest?
I think when in there, she could probably tell that he's not into her, and why are you going to chase someone that's not into you?
Yeah, she's had enough of that, hasn't she? Yeah. Obviously with Aaron now, friendship-wise, but do you think it's purely platonic? Could it blossom into anything more?
I don't think so. I feel like if it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. They've both been in there from the beginning, you know?
I mean, it would be a nice couple, but yeah, I'm not sure if I've seen any sort of spark at all. Another friendship that we've got together, who's wound up together again, is Sharon and Hugo. Obviously, we did see this week Sharon putting the feelers out with Kaz. She was doing a little wing woman session. Didn't go very well.
No, I don't think that was genuine. I think she was just panicking. She didn't want to get left behind on the recouplings and stuff like that. I don't see it.
That's what I was going to say to you. Do you think it was authentic at all? Is it just pure desperation at this point?
Pure desperation, I think.
Yeah. I think when Kaz was talking to him about it, he was literally like, that weren't even going over his head. He was just like, no, like, can't wait for us both to find someone. Like, we're great friends. But when Kaz spoke to Sharon about it, she didn't quite say the truth. She was kind of just like making it sound a lot nicer and less.
I still don't understand what happened between Sharon and Aaron.
No, it just went off, didn't it? Just
suddenly went like.
Because they started cut love. They had their little argument, but then they started cuddling in bed again, and then
they kissed in the challenge, and I was like, oh, okay, like maybe, but no, like nothing happened from it.
As you said, there's probably a lot we don't see, so they've just not.
Exactly.
But I need to know. Come on, we need to see it. Other than relationships, we've had a few bromances blossom in. We've had Jake and Toby. So I've seen loads of like their double date ideas. They've been dancing in the mirror together. Could these eventually rival Chris and Kem, do you think? Or have they not got enough banter?
No chance. It's so dead compared to Chris and Kem. No way.
I just want that sort of duo. But the only duo I've seen is Liberty and Kaz. Their friendship is just like goals in there. So I love them together.
So cute. Every time I see them, like they're cuddling and stuff like that. I just feel like the chemistry between the boys this year it's been dead.
Literally, yeah. That's the only thing I've sort of seen a little bit when you see like snippets of them dance, and I can see that they're trying to be them guys. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what they're going for, but I don't know if it's really pulling off.
Even the girls, I mean, other than Liberty and Kaz, I don't feel like there's enough like other friendship like chemistry between the
Lucinda
girls.
And Millie look pretty tight. I think it's because they were the new girls coming in, and they seem like a little bit of a unit. And obviously, Chloe's tried to join them as the naughty trio. I feel like Chloe just felt kicked out from the OG girls, and then she just got and latched onto those two.
Because the OG girls knew what she was about, whereas the other girls, they were new, so they didn't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't take too long for maybe them to realise after. Jake and Liberty, though, we've seen, obviously, Liberty's been so love-struck the whole time. Has Jake turned a corner? Because he's been, like, confessing his feels and saying that he's really, like, into her now. Is that real? Is he playing a game?
You know what? We'll never know. Like, I feel like only the people in there really know, like, the full truth. But I just feel like the things you were saying at the beginning, like, I don't want to rip her clothes off. I think these things are quite important to a man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to want to rip some girl's clothes off, to want to, like, feel that extreme, like, attraction. And he didn't have that with her. And I don't know how that suddenly changed. I mean, I'm hoping it's real because, like, I love Liberty. She is one of my favorite in there. She's so lovely. I hope it's real. But time will tell, you know. Time will tell. I think personally, just because he didn't get, like, the new girls didn't really give him time of day, he just thought, you know what, let me just stick to what I've got, it's safe.
It's just sad though, because you could so clearly see she's been so like head over heels for him and she even dropped the L-bomb when talking to Kaz about it, and I was like, oh no, don't do that, not yet. But when they were on their double date with Toby and Chloe, he was saying like he felt the same, he's fallen for her.
I hope so. Do you know what I mean? Let's try and be positive about it. Maybe personality can make you just fall for someone. So I'm hoping that it's genuine.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too. Well, we're going to play the love or shove game. See if anything's changed for you this week.
Okay, let's do it.
We'll flash the first one. So we've got new girl Andrea Jane and Sharon.
Andrea, I mean, I can't love or shove. I've literally seen 2 seconds of her.
Well, how old do you think she is?
How old is she? That's a good question.
Have a guess.
I think she looks quite old. Like, she looks like my age, 31 or something. We've been told she's 28, which a lot of fans are confused by.
Also, they found a picture on her Instagram where it says it was 2019, and it says she's celebrating her 27th birthday, which
It was when?
2019, which doesn't quite add up. So not sure quite there, but yeah, fans haven't been.
She looks a lot older. I mean, I'm not going to shove her because I'm not that much of a horrible person. Like, I don't know the girl. I'll give her a chance. So I'll love her for now. Love her before she gives me a reason to shove her.
Yeah, she has said that she thinks she'll get on the best with Liberty and Kaz, who I know are like your faves. So that might give her a reason. What about Sharon? What are we thinking this week?
Oh, I still love Sharon. Still love her. She's just like, she's a lot like me. She's not too over the top, like, oh, and she's like quite chilled out. I like her. Do
you think it was maybe like a bit of was it out of order at all to maybe put some pretend feelings, as you say, for Hugo? What if he'd have, like...
I mean, you've got to do what you've got to do in there sometimes. You want to stay in there. You want a chance to meet someone. Like, even if she did some little bit of like a pretend feeling, I'm sure she wouldn't have taken it that far, hopefully. You know?
Or maybe he'd have got like caught up in it and then she'd have ditched him straight away. Then that wouldn't have gone well.
That wouldn't have been nice, no. But sometimes when you're in there, you've got to do what you've got to do. As long as you don't really hurt someone, that's the main thing. But I still love her.
Okay, we'll go next. Liberty.
Love Liberty. Love her. Nothing not to love, really.
Do you think her head could ever be turned?
Nah. No way.
What about Liam in the middle?
I'm going to have to shove him, you know.
Really? What's he done?
He's just not giving me enough, like, force. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if it was your friend Amber actually who said on Twitter, like, he's like a bit of stale bread. Like, he's not bringing much oomph with him, is he? The only time I see him talk is he's like doing sexual innuendos or like hints to Millie. Like, that's all he's bringing to the table.
Yeah, I love a little bit of like a funny guy, personality. Do you know what I mean? It's not all about looks. I don't care how fit you are, you know.
Yeah.
Not doing anything to the telly, like.
Kaz?
Love her. She's sweet. I'm just hoping someone comes in for her. Love her.
Could she be doing more right now to sort of secure a place, or do you think she's floating?
No, I feel like she shouldn't have to be chasing men that don't like her. Why should she? She's with Aaron now in a friendship couple. Just keep going. Hopefully someone's going to come in for her.
And she handled that really well with the chat with Toby when he pulled her. She must have been like slightly like, are you just doing this for like the clout, for the public's like benefit here to save yourself? And she just like was like, it's fine, we're good now. Like, they shouldn't be like they're all irrelevant. So she like handled that so well. I might have been like, don't talk to me now after you've tied me up and now you're worried.
But then again, that's what I mean. There's a lot that we don't see. So maybe they've had loads of talks and they've actually really squashed it and they're good, you know? But I think she handled it really well as well. Definitely.
Yeah. Come on, Kaz. Come on, we've got to see someone for her. Should we go next? Millie.
Love her as well. I mean, not much of her. No, I love her. She's nice.
Nice. I think that she's been a sort of like, obviously her and Lucinda come in together and she's been a good friend to Lucinda. She was wiping her tears last night. And I do think she's pretty down to earth. I just don't know if like some of the girls have fully warmed up enough to her yet, because obviously she was a new girl. She stole sort of Liam from Faye. So I think they've got to warm up to her a bit. But I think like deep down, she is probably a down to earth girl. But her dad has confessed, like he was a big like Love Island stan, bigging her up. And now he said he cannot watch the scenes where his daughter's sort of getting a little bit saucy.
Yeah, it's understandable. My mum was going crazy in the house when I was doing it.
Did she watch it?
Screaming and shouting and chasing my dad. She was mad. She was angry.
So was your mum more angry than your dad?
Oh no, my dad was cool. He was fine. My mum though, oh my gosh, she was going crazy. Apparently, Mandy's gonna come back home. She didn't. I don't think she quite knew what Love Island was.
Were you scared to come out then? Were you like,
I was asking the producers non-stop, like, is my mum okay? Is she gonna kill me?
Could they tell you anything like about family or whatever?
They just said, don't worry. She said she's okay. But she wasn't. No, she wasn't.
They lied. Should we move on to Teddy?
Yeah. I mean, I love him so far. I think I'm loving them all right now. I mean, there's nothing to shove about him. He's been all right. He's come in. He's picked who he wanted.
Yeah, we'll see. You might feel different if he ditches Faye for some new bombshell.
We'll see.
Lucinda.
I love her as well. I think she's beautiful. I think she's stunning. She's stunning. And I mean, her staying in there, I don't think it was the wrong thing to do. I would have done it. So I'm not judging.
You would have done it as well. That's what I was going to ask, actually. What would you have done in that situation? Do you know what I mean?
It's been a week. Do you know what I mean? It's been 1 week. You never know, like, who's going to walk in, and also, like, the opportunities that are going to come for her. I know it's not meant for that, but then again, like, let's not beat around the bush. Like, most people that go in there into Love Island now do go in for the opportunities as well. Doesn't mean you don't go in there for the love, but the opportunities that come with it. Why? Do you know? Why not?
Yeah, I think she's probably thinking, like, my future, or like right now, what am I better off doing?
Hell, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Love Island and being in there that long. So, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, can't be mad, can you?
No.
Let's go next. Aaron, I forgot his name then. Shove still, yeah. He's not been floating your boat at all, has he?
No.
Do you think maybe he could be interested in the new girl, or like, is there anyone who should be worried about the new girl coming in?
I think he's probably going to try and shoot his shot because he's not really like got much of an option at the moment. He obviously doesn't like Sharon, so I think he's probably going to try.
Needs some sort of action from them, don't they? It's a bit bland. Faye.
I don't know. You know what we'd say? Yeah. Sometimes I love her, and sometimes I hate her. Sometimes. Do you know what? I think she's a bit like me. You know, like people just like love and hate me. She's a bit like me. I feel like she just says everything that's in her head straight out and doesn't think, which is, I guess, a good thing in a way. I love her because she's bringing the sauce.
Yeah, she definitely is bringing that extra. Like, she's saying what some of them might be thinking. Like, she's not got no filter on her. They might be sitting thinking, oh, you know, shouldn't have done that. And she's literally just like, out. So you can't say she's like false or two-faced because she's so direct. She'll tell you exactly what's what. So I do like that about her. And she does have like the little comedy like lines that she brings. So no, I do agree
if Faye wasn't there, what would we do? It'd be so dry.
So very well drier.
Yeah, literally drier than it is. Exactly.
Jake.
Love him because he's treating Liberty better now. So we love him now.
I wonder what just changed it. It was like one day, like complete overnight. What? As you said earlier, like didn't want to rip her clothes off. Now she's the sexiest thing since sliced bread. Like, which one is it, Jake?
Right? Bit confusing, but hey, let's just try and be positive about it.
Now, fingers crossed for Liberty. We'll stick there. Hugo.
Loved Hugo. He's just sweet, and nothing not to love again with Hugo.
Do you think he'll go for the new girl?
I think he's gonna try.
I'm not quite sure. They don't seem like a match to me from the initial.
Yeah, like what does he like? He said he wants someone really natural looking, doesn't he? Not fake. Not fake.
Not fake. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we've got that. I don't think their personalities are probably a match either yet. But, you know, we'll see. Chloe.
Shove.
Like anything about her?
No, not really. Like, she's not my kind of girl. Do you know what I mean? The way she went about it with Kaz and Toby, I didn't like that. That's not my kind of girl.
And then they were like kissing and doing all sorts in front of so fast.
You know what? It was just the fact that she didn't even pull Kaz first, and that I'm a strong believer. Like, if when I was in there, I stood by it as well. Like, if you're gonna pull a guy, well, that's with one of your friends, take your friend aside first. Like, if she took Kaz aside and said, "Look, I feel like I fancy him," I wouldn't have judged her because in there you got to do what you got to do. But the fact that she just took Toby aside first, I thought that was shady.
Yeah, it didn't go down well with people watching either because Kaz is such a favourite at home, literally such a favourite. Toby.
I love Toby. I mean, I don't think the way he went about it was as bad because she put it on him, and I think he's been respectful. Yeah.
He's young though, isn't he? He's just got acting on instinct.
He's never had a relationship before, so yeah.
I think we're out of them all now, aren't we? What do you think we're going to sort of expect in the next couple of days?
Right. So I think I think Teddy might. After what you said, I think that's a shout. I think Teddy might try and hit on Lucinda.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the new girl. What do you think is going to happen with that? I don't know what's going to happen with the new girl. I feel like a few of the guys might try. Aaron, might try. But yeah, what else? I don't know.
When do you think Catherine Moore's going to come in? I mean, I'm buzzing for it.
How many weeks has it been?
4.
I think that is this week 4 now.
Yeah, I think we're into week 4. We're nearly at the end.
Okay, so I think it might happen towards the end of this week or maybe next week, beginning of next week.
Will they bring back any ex-Islanders, or is it going to be all new, fresh faces?
All fresh faces.
Any exes? Will they do that? There's sort of sometimes a link somewhere that someone knows.
I don't think they're going to bring any exes, but I feel like a lot of these people do end up knowing each other. So that could happen, but no, I don't think exes and stuff. It's not. I don't think they're going to try and do X on the beach or anything.
Because everyone's trying to think, is Shannon going back in?
No, I don't think so. I think that's just rumors.
Well, Brad will be watching at home with the rest of us now. We'll see how the new girl gets on tonight. Hopefully, there'll be plenty more dramas for us to catch up on next week. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and thanks again, Anna, for joining us.
Thanks, Carly. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.